it's like being on this side, way on this side, and then your leg is doing the work on this side.
Gotta get it right. Got how to hold this thing. It's been so long since I've been on YouTube. I don't even know how to hold my phone anymore. Today, I got a trick that I'm gonna challenge myself with. To be honest, I can do the trick. With most of my videos, I usually pick a trick that I can already kind of do, but I can't do it as best as I wish I could. My whole life I've tried a front crook. I've tried to hold front crooks. I can't figure out why I get in and I just turn out and I can't really like hold it for a long time. So today I'm gonna try to figure that out. And I'm gonna go through all the things that I think are wrong. I'm gonna try to mess with my shoulders. I'm gonna try to mess with the way I ollie in, the way that I'm actually locked into the grind, and hopefully by the end of the video, my realistic goal is to do about half of the ledge. I can do probably like a quarter of it, but if I can do a half or more, I'm gonna be stoked. Got my little lab mic. This thing might suck. I don't know if it's good yet or not, but you guys tell me. If it sucks, I'll stop using it. It's time for me to throw on the second pair of socks. Crazy story about that. The other day I was skating with P-Rod, and he came up to me and asked me if I was wearing two pairs of socks, and I was like, how the hell do you know that I wear two pairs of socks? And he told me that he watched the kickflip video, which is crazy for two reasons. One, P-Rod watched anything I did, which the little kid in me is like, damn, that's wild. And two, that man is locked into skateboarding. It doesn't matter what area of skating you're in, he watches, and that's a true professional. So I respect that. I'm gonna take this time to kind of predict what I think might be wrong with my front crook. I think that I'm not turning my shoulders because every time I get into a front crook, I notice that like I kind of start turning out of it. I start going to fakie, but it kind of bites on the ledge. When it bites on the ledge, it just either rolls me out of it or it just like stops the grind and I kind of just like fall off. So my prediction is I need to ollie into it, maybe a little straighter, and maybe take a little bit of my own advice where I tell other people to kind of gap into things, like gap into ledges, because it carries your momentum. Maybe I need to gap into it a little more because I think that might be my problem. I think I'm so focused on locking into a front crook that I try to like ollie to the side and lock into a front crook. And I think that's where my shoulder turn issue starts. And if I could just figure out how to ollie further down the ledge and lock in, then I think that might help me. I don't know if it's gonna help me, to be honest. These are just like my guesses. I think it's kind of smart to start the video with like my hypothesis. I'm hypothesizing right now that I think I'm turning my shoulders. That's always a fun battle to get yourself into because usually when you turn your shoulders, that's a really hard habit to break. You turn your shoulders for certain reasons. One might just be like instinctively you're trying to like protect yourself from falling. You're trying to like turn into a ledge to prevent something or whatever. And I think that might be maybe my problem. I think I'm turning into the ledge because I don't want to miss the grind. So I'm turning my shoulders so that I know I'm going to get into the grind, which is good because that helps me lock in. But once I lock in, I can't grind for that long. So I think my shoulders are the problem. So today we're going to try to fix my shoulders. This is going to be a pain in the ass for me, but it's going to be worth it because this trick looks dope. And I feel like when you have this trick, it's almost the same as like a switchback tail. Like you see a switchback tail and you're like, damn, cool. Double socks on, kicks on, time to go to the ledge. All right, so I'm going to start out over here because I want to understand this lock-in. Obviously, this is where I got to get to. I'm going to need all my pressure to be right here. And that's easy to do with my hand right now, but with my feet, it's not so easy. So I'm going to try to stall a couple, see if this helps. All right, actually wasn't bad. The problem is though, my weight is always a little off when I get on this. So like, see, that's me turning my shoulders too much. I think I need to be like, just like that. You see how my shoulders still kind of like kicked in a little bit? Like, I think that's my problem. It's so hard to break that habit because it feels like if I don't do that, I'm just gonna miss the ledge. I think that's the way to do it. Keep the shoulders straight and lock in. All right, I'm gonna try one going, normal speed. I'm gonna try it on the other ledge because that ledge is kind of small. That's a little scary. All right, I think I got something there. My ollie into it going straight and keep my shoulders straight. See, even that, like, when I go with some speed, it kind of pulls me one way. Maybe I need some more wax. Nah, this thing is icy though. I think my pressure point's wrong. Cause like, if I think about back crook, I could do this for days. And usually I'm like that, kind of crooked, heel kind of hanging off, but kind of just centered right over the angle line. So maybe it's like, if I compare that, maybe I need to lock in higher up. Maybe my foot's wrong. Maybe my front foot needs to be like right there. Maybe I'm trying to go too high, or maybe it even needs to be like closer to the bolts. Let me try that. That was exactly it. So I really think that like all I needed to do was just move my front foot. It kind of like let my shoulders move a little, but it didn't make me turn backside out of it. And I think it was just a foot, like a front foot position thing. So I'm gonna do a couple more at that like little last bit of the ledge, and then I'm gonna try to do them from further back. Oh, that was scary. This is the part where I usually stop just trying it at all. This is why I haven't figured it out, because I get a little confident. I do one that like felt really good, and then something weird happens, and I'm like, it's not really worth it. But today it's worth it. That one was good, but it's like, I definitely felt myself on the side of the ledge, and that doesn't feel like a good enough front crook to kind of like pop out of the ledge. It just kind of like got in and just rolled. It just like fell off, and I really want it to like, I want to be up here where I can kind of like push off the side of the ledge. Yeah, that one felt nice. I think it's just my front foot. I'm gonna keep messing with that. Yeah, it's my front foot. I don't know if it's so much my shoulders, but I think it might have a little bit to do with like where my body's positioned over the ledge. I think I gotta stay right on top. Yeah. It probably looks like I know how to front crook. That's where you're wrong, because I don't. Once I go from the middle, it's gonna get way harder. Trying to learn how to front crook finally.
I've only accidentally locked in trying to front nose. But I think I only did it because I was going like fast enough, and then my wheel was just pinched.
Yeah,
I remember there was like a little angle.
I get here, and then I don't know if it's like maybe where my front foot is, or if I just go like this. But every time I do it, it makes me go like that.
I'm pinching it.
Yeah,
I'm pinching it right here, right?
Yeah.
And then my body was kind of like over here.
So you're saying like be off the ledge a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of like pushing off of the ledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, kind of like crooked grinds, like how you could just kind of like.
Yeah, see,
and then be out
I'm
of the
trying
way
to figure that out, because I can
Yeah.
crook like pretty easy, and I'm like, if
So
it's
then
that, I just got to do the
like,
opposite.
It's like being on this side, way on this side, and then your leg is doing the work on this side.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
maybe. All right. I'm gonna try that. That was it. That's exactly what it is. It's like I don't have to be on top of the ledge.
Be on the other
On the
side.
side. Bro, you might unlock it. Damn. All right. Oh, that was on me. I didn't take your advice there. That helped. That actually helped a lot. Oh, that's it. That makes sense. It's like my foot is on the ledge, my body's off the ledge. I'm gonna try from the middle and see if it works. Yeah, I do that a lot, where it like kind of pinches.
Yeah. And then on the other side is truck, wheel grinding.
Yeah.
That's the yang. So you gotta stay on your side.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I like the way you described that. When you ollie in, you have to almost ollie like you wouldn't for anything else. Like I wouldn't ollie like that. I would usually ollie into something like this. So like if I'm ollieing like in like this, I feel like I have no control. To get into a trick that I gotta control. I'd like to do it from like here. I'd be happy with that. But I feel like if I could do it from here, I could do it from the beginning. Maybe I'm just not pressing down hard enough. Maybe that's what it is. I'm like kind of letting up on my front foot, and it's like rolling off. There we go. It was a lot of what you said, and a little bit of my foot just not going like that, holding it. I think I was going like this. Look at my front foot. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what it was. There's a sweet spot to this trick. I just never could find it, but I think it's like, it's not like you got to just have your foot like this. You got to like curl your toe like on top of it, I feel. Because there's a moment where it feels like it goes like this to my foot, and then it rolls out. But like if I just do that at that moment, it just stays in. All right, I think we're working with something here. I mean, maybe I gotta just try it from the beginning. It wants me to go fakie so bad, but I gotta fight the little turn. Oh, oh shit. You guys have no idea how much this stokes me out. This trick is so hard for me. Damn it. Fuck, this is hard to hold. It's hard to like not go to fakie. Alright, I gotta remember what homie said. Body off the ledge, foot on the ledge, throw my toe down. Oh, that was ugly as shit. I'm gonna take it. Full victory trick. Alright, we got a line going now. I think we should just go from the end of the ledge. I think it's time. Alright, need some wax. I swear, sometimes skateboarding is like some special meter shit. Like, you just do one trick before the real trick you're trying, shit just happens. Like, that kickflip crook surprised me. I didn't think I was gonna do it first try. And then boom, I did the front crook 2 times in a row. They weren't perfect, but hey, we're learning. This is good because this is really scary for me, but like that try right there just like programmed one of my bails into how I do this trick. I don't have any bails for this trick. That's why it makes it scary. But that one just proved to me that like I can get out of it. Even if it gets a little hairy, I can get out of it. I need 2 more to be done, but I need one that's like, it's just right on top. Almost. I wonder if like when I lock in, my shoulders are gonna turn anyway. And if I turn my shoulders while I'm on the ledge, instead of trying to worry about not turning them when I get in, maybe that's the key. Maybe then I can hold it for a lot longer. Let's see. I'm not mad. Not mad at all. I'm gonna do one more for good luck. I don't know how the hell I just figured out how to do this. I thought this was gonna take me a couple hours because I promise you this trick is like pretty difficult for me to do. It's always been really hard to like get in and lock in, but I just did a couple. What's up? Got grilled by a little kid. I don't think he saw that I could front crook the whole ledge, so maybe if he saw that, he would be looking at me a little different. This was a scary one for me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this ledge, not that big. There's probably a million people who can front crook, but when I woke up this morning, I couldn't front crook the whole thing, but I can go to bed at night knowing that I can front crook this whole ledge. I'm gonna keep learning tricks, and I'm gonna keep filming it. For those who watched, thank you, and if you're trying front crooks too, I hope me figuring this out myself and documenting it helps you. And as always, till next time, peace.